What you see here is the last table about the war of Gog Magog, and as you can see in the end of this table, which is the last one, the 13th one, so website connected by Rabbi Glazerson and Professor Robert Haralick of the Center University in New York. So you are going to see now certain tables, but definitely if you want to know more about these tables, I will suggest you will see the origin on Professor Haralick's site, torahcode.org. Very important one. A lot of tables to do with many things which happen in Israel. Also, tables and work of scientific explanation of the codes and so on. Very, very important one. So this is basically the last one. And in the last one, you have interesting verse. There is a development of previous table involving Gog. This was about on the previous website. So definitely this is the last one, only example, yeah. So this development as ELS, equal letter sequence, this is a code definitely, for the month of Tishrei, which is the month during which the holiday of Sukkot is celebrated. And if we showed in the other tables, the previous one, the Sukkot, according to traditions, I go on, is the time when we have the war with Gog Magog. Okay, so the 7th of October, who knows what it's going to be. But it's an amazing table that you have in it the cylinder size 160 letters in a line. This table includes the ELS of a table on the previous web page, and as in addition ELS for Tishrei, which is the month of Sukkot, the month during which the holiday of Sukkot is celebrated, as Sukkot is the time of Gog Magog, month of Tishrei. So, it was funded by Professor Haralick, and all of this is the work which website contract by Rabbi Glazerson and Professor Robert Haralick. Outstanding work, really. You will have exactly explanation who Gog. Many questions that people I'm sure not know about what is Gog and where they are and so on. Amazing that it shows you Syria, Jihad, those of Jihad, Iran, Egypt also, the Palestinians. So, okay, all of it is explained. Professor Haralick explained exactly, you see here, lot of explanation about what you are going to see. Really is important because it tells you, in fact, you can see here that Professor Haralick explained the war of Gog and Magog comes about because the children of Israel stray from the path of the Torah. But he will tell you exactly everything which is written there. He will bring you also what the book is here said, because the main explanation about Gog and Magog and the nations are in Ezekiel. So he tells you, behold, I am against you, Gog. So it's principal leader of Meshach. So with Meshach explanation, some say, Rasha has different explanation, but you can read all of this. It will take a long time, but as I said, in torahcode.org, you will have all this. You can read much more. Now, this is interesting table, by the way, where you have the main powers of Gog Magog you have Magog, Amalekite, Modat, go together, yeah? It's written that Amalek and Gog are connected. And then the Arab, yeah, most of the Arab, we saw they were with Hamas, not protesting against them. I mean, they are also against Israel, Gog. Amazing. The Arabs frightening. People say they are good Arabs now. Unfortunately, they're not good Arabs because they believe in Allah, and according to the Allah says you have to wipe out Israel. So what is good Arab? Unfortunately, maybe single. So what you have here, you have Amalek, Gog, and Arab. By the way, it all comes in chapter, let us see, basically it looks like it's one chapter. Okay, interesting, you can see everything, but what is the most interesting is the statistics. Yeah, the statistic, as Professor Haralick explained, is a text 8 to 800. This is definitely very significant. This is my finding, but clearly showed to us, this is such important work of Professor Haralick. I tell you, so many things that people don't realize. That Arabs, what you are doing, you're killing Retzacham, genocide. What is genocide? It is a murder genocide. That's what it is. All of them, you know what it means? That nobody protested against the massacres, the Hamas, the wild beasts the Nazis did. No Arab said, I am against. No, it means that they agree with this. So if somebody agree with murderers, he also a murderer. One should know it. It's so important. You should read really so properly all this what Professor Haralick wrote about what is the Gog Magog, about the prophecies and beautiful, wonderful work, really. Then you have more, yeah. This is a nations, right, of Gog Magog, Jihad, and all this. Then you have more, all basically more. This is interesting of mine. I found amazing expression, that group of Gog. Yeah, this is amazing assistance, addition to know exactly where the Gog. So you see, the group of Gog, the Jihad, the Arabs, Ishmael, you see clearly tell you that the Arabs, all of them, yeah, they're not good, yes, they're good, but you're murdering genocide. Not murdering genocide, murders. Iran, Mitzrayim, Egypt also, Palestine, Syria, unbelievable. You can read about it, and so clearly, Professor Haralick explained that the Professor Chaya tells us that in the war Gog and Magog, Jerusalem will be, so later on we have Jerusalem also, unbelievable coming there. So there are certain tables, as I said, all of them unbelievable, really. And the first one tell you also very interesting about Gog and Magog in the end of days. Yeah, this Professor Haralick found, and clearly Torah tells us at the end, in the Be'achrit Yamim, end of days, we'll have Gog and Magog. Yeah, and this also appears. We have all the places. Yeah, so it appears in Deuteronomy, it's the 5th book, chapter 31, 32. You see, this was the tables are so highly statistic in such a small area, 14 to 10,000, yeah. And here is a such explaining, he did not see this. Really, those verses are exactly telling you about the terror text, yeah. Are people afraid in their rooms, they are afraid, yeah, because all these terrorists, these wild beasts, the Nazis all around. And everything is in the Torah. The Torah was a blueprint of creation. Everything is there. It's an amazing table of Professor Haralick. So as I said, there are a lot of tables here. Also, this is part of the table about Gog and Magog and Messiah and Jerusalem, yeah, because it's written that the Chaya, the prophet said that Jerusalem will be in the core of the fighting, yeah. And all of them comes here, unbelievable. Yeah, it's part of it. And you have the full one. So all of them really, lots, you cannot read all of it, but worthwhile for you to see all those tables about the Messiah prophecy, the war of Gog and Magog, and he explains so beautifully really what the Zohar said about Gog and Magog, and you can see that everything which happened with the Arabs, with Hamas, and everything in the Torah, in the Bible, yeah. Unfortunately, people far away, and they don't understand things properly. What is the root, the source, the core, as you call it, of all these fightings against Israel? It's a religious war, it's not political one. That people think, yeah, maybe if we give them a Palestinian state, we'll be so happy. When we gave them the Gush Katif, they were happy, as Sharon thought. They made out of it base and killed and murdered many Jews. They said the 7th of October was because they gave this place to the Palestinians. Hamas took it instead of using it for such a beautiful place for tourism and so on. What tourism? For them, not important tourism. Not money is important. Money is important to buy equipment and so on. Yeah, but frightening what it did from this beautiful place to see. They made it a base of terror. These people are still United Nations frightening. How can they support beasts and Nazis of Hamas? Difficult to understand, but the Satan is strong, you know. The Satan is very much against Israel. Yeah, very much. The Satan against Israel, because Israel represents God, represents the real faith in God, the pure faith in God. And definitely, Allah, according to the Shiat, Allah, he said that they have to wipe out Israel. Yeah, frightening. So how can you fight with these people who believe in Allah? So, as I said, very interesting table, really one by one, worthwhile reading and seeing the statistic. And then you will have the real picture, yeah, who are really Gog and Magog, and what really they want, and all the prophecies about it. And Professor Haralick beautifully explained it in this site, TorahCode.org. Before it was .us, but it was closed. Now it is in TorahCode.org. Now if you will see TorahCode.us is the old one, so forget about it. Try to read TorahCode.com. Okay, so very important table. Also, this what we saw, that the codes have to do with the hidden light, you know. Okay, there's a lot in this work of Professor Haralick. We work together, as you could see, as the last table shows that all this work basically is a work that we did with Professor Haralick. And worthwhile looking, as I said, you have in this site, you have so many things. Very important site. Because this will give you explanation of everything with the sources. Professor Haralick brings the sources of everything. Everything exactly, yeah. So important. If you remember before, we did a very important table about the codes, the Torah code, called Torah, has to do with the hidden light, and the secrets of the Torah, of Isaac Luria and so on. It was very significant table, which I found. Okay, so as I said, TorahCode.org, lot of important material about the Torah code, the Bible code, which is so important. People think, there's a game, you can do it in Moby Dick also. Such nonsense, because every statistic of this table comes to very high one, which never you find. Also the contents. What in Moby Dick you find the story? No connection, but unfortunately, in the past, they tried to show it. But after a while, when so much more was found about the Bible code, the Torah code, statistically, and was recognized by science, so there's no more such opposition to the code. So important, very important, really, tables in this site of Professor Haralick, torahcode.us. No US, sorry, .org. torahcode.org. US was in the past, but no more.